I love you, but your potential does not make you special. I had an epiphany yesterday and I realized literally everybody has potential. Everybody has the potential to be a good friend or a good partner or to make a difference in their community or to start a business. Having the potential to do those things does not set you apart. It's when you have the courage to stand up and act on said potential that it actually fucking matters. I realized that there were many guys that I was interested in, or even just friends that I had to just let go, most of them, because I can't do nothing with just potential. Nigga, I'm not Summer Walker. But even just looking at potential on an individual scale, how many times has being stuck at potential paralyzed you from moving forward and growing? And how many times have you subconsciously demonized somebody else because you see them exceeding their potential? Are you the type of person that when you see someone breaking ground on their goals, you meet it with judgment or it becomes cringe? Are you the type that wants to pick apart what they're doing to all hell, or if you see them being consistent, you wish they would just fucking stop? Many of us subconsciously are heavy on the subconscious. And I challenge anyone who finds themselves with that mindset to ask themselves why that is their gut reaction. Is it because to satiate your ego, you may have created an invisible glass ceiling for this person and they are now breaking through this glass ceiling and they're about to pass where you are at your level of stagnation? Are you envious of someone else's bravery for putting themselves out there or taking a leap of faith? Is it because your ego always placed them at a certain level and now that they are exceeding that level, what does this mean for you and your potential? Whatever the reason is, I bet money it's not good or conducive for your growth. I'm not saying you need to be absolutely 100% enthralled with everything you see everybody doing. That's unrealistic. But if you have the time and energy to meet that idea with judgment, I challenge you to ask yourself why you don't meet that with compassion instead. Because you do realize that every experience in front of your face and how you perceive it is a direct reflection of you. Anything, and I mean anything that you perceive that brings you any sort of discomfort or discontent that is in front of your face, first began in your mind and is now manifesting from your mind in the 3D as an opportunity for you to alchemize the experience and elevate. Many of you are uncomfortable with yourself, and so whenever you see someone else, breaking out of their box, breaking out of their shell, doing more, it makes you uncomfortable because you haven't been able to work that out within yourself yet. You haven't been able to figure out why you cannot ascend past potential, and so why should anybody else have that experience? And more importantly, why should you be happy for them? You might say, okay, in my mind, I might meet this person with judgment or think that it is cringe, whatever the fuck that they're doing, but I'm not saying it out loud, so it's okay. Wrong again, because those are your thoughts. Your thoughts are turning into your beliefs, and that is your whole subconscious, which runs your entire life. Your subconscious runs the show really badly. Your thoughts become your beliefs, which become your entire life and your base of operation. It becomes incredibly hard for you to get on the road to ascension or jump on a train of thought that would actually help you make action in the 3D that would enrich your life. Or dare I say, exceed your potential. You can exceed your potential, of course, by reaching your goals, but also just by living an enriched life. You have just as much potential as the next person to live a full life. But it's so much easier for your ego to just point and laugh and stare at those who are trying to do something different. Meanwhile, the ones that you're pointing at, laughing and staring, are the ones that are on their way to living a full life, what that means to them specifically. I debated even bringing this up, but one of the best examples I can give is Tyla. I am still waiting for somebody to give me a real reason to hate that young lady. I'm still waiting on someone to explain to me why the issue with Tyla was anything bigger than a misunderstanding or miscommunication between two cultures and the opportunity to learn about the difference between Black American culture and South African culture. Or explain to me why we are fully villainizing this young lady for asking Lil Nas X to hold her award while she gave her acceptance speech, of which Lil Nas X obliged, whenever there have been several many ladies who have done that before Tyla and several many after, and we have never said anything. Why is that? Tyla is an educated, cultured, stunning, talented, extremely confident, and very carefree about it young lady. And the way that she presents that and the way that it's presented, which is not bad, But I think that in the way that, you know, it is received by a lot of people, it makes them uncomfortable because they don't feel those things about themselves. Without getting super deep into the Tyler lore, because that's not what this video is about, but for argument's sake, sometimes something is presented in a truthful way or an authentic way, but because it is presented that way, it hits a very specific nerve on, in this case, a collective consciousness. And so instead of working through that to get to a certain level of truth and authenticity, fingers are pointed and accusations are made, but these are simply projections that the projections of a narrative that does not exist actually here with us. The narrative, it might exist up here, but it is not actually to exceed and get far past the point of potential. It does require quite a bit of truth and authenticity, and you can't do that if you're operating based off of a level of fear, which you still have if you're still at that level of potential, because truth and fear are on the complete opposite sides of the spectrum. On Halloween, I found myself at a club. I had not had a drink or been to a club in many moons, mind you. Somehow on the way to the club, I got separated from my friends, and I just didn't give a fuck. I just went with it. I met these two individuals, and the three of us had an incredible night together. It really was like this divine timing, sort of really crazy moment. Shout out to William and Aaron. The next day, we were recounting the events, and I didn't even notice this, but William was saying, you know, throughout the night, like, he noticed, like, you know, we got lots of stares. And not like the good type of stares, like, you know, like stares of envy. Like, they cannot believe the time that we were having and how much fun we were having and how much we were dancing and enjoying each other's company. They couldn't believe it. They could not fathom it. Like, imagine if instead of judging, you know, what they were perceiving us having an incredible time, what if they said, we're also gonna have an incredible time? Like, there was everyone in that club had potential to have a good time. You see what I mean? Another epiphany I've had lately is I've realized you all are not sensitive, you're miserable. But that's the thing, like, this is not a death sentence. Like, no one is doomed, you know, to that sort of lifestyle. You can choose at any point in time, okay, today I'm going to take up the challenge. I'm going to say yes to myself. I am going to exceed my potential, whatever that looks like for you. I know I had to do it.